support the bombing of Palestinians. First, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel, hit that like button, hit that notification button, but also comment on this video. Amy Schumer put up a controversial tweet in a series of words that Dr. King talked about when it came to anti-Semitism. And what she did was basically saying that Dr. King would support the bombing of Palestinians. But his daughter came back and responded to this tweet. And she did it classically by saying that her father would not support what's going on in Palestine, that he would want a ceasefire, he would want peace among the two people. And he said that, and she put up 2 videos expressing how her father really felt. He felt as though war was something that was used to make money for the military-industrial complex. But the same millions and billions that's being tossed around in Congress and Joe Biden could be used for poverty, could be used for housing, better neighborhoods. This is what Dr. King was saying. But Amy Schumer, like so many other, takes Dr. King's words and twist them. See, you could be a Republican, you could be a Democrat, a liberal, conservative. Any words that Dr. King uses, you twist them to make yourself feel better in the justification for what you're doing. We all feel sorry for the 14 or 1,500 people who were slaughtered by that organization. But we have to understand the constant bombing of Palestine is not going to make friends. I know Netanyahu said that he wants to destroy the organization, which he has that right as the leader of a free country. But no, Dr. King would not have supported this because he was anti-war. We know how he felt about the Vietnam War, and that's why he's not here today, because he spoke out against something that the military-industrial complex was for. They were making billions. And when you step out of place and out of line back in the 60s, you knew what happened to you. But for her to reach down to the bottom of a barrel in this situation, like Amy Schumer usually does, and bringing him to this situation, which he has nothing to do with, which most black people have nothing to do with, and use his words to justify what you're doing to this country, it was basically in ruins. And I'm glad that Bernice came back. You could say she responded. You could say she clapped back. You could say whatever you want to say. But she did it in a professional way to tell her and those what her father truly stood for, which was justice, freedom, and the right to live your life the way you wanted to. And I think she should be commended, because this is one of the great issues of our time that can possibly be resolved if we had smarter heads. But you don't take a man of peace, not of violence, a man of peace, and says today he would be for violence because he spoke that he would fight against anti-Semitism. This makes him a person who was above the situation when he was on a talk show talking about these issues or giving a speech about these issues. But those who wish to win the higher ground bring out Dr. King because he's so respected around the world that she truly made a mistake. And her daughter, rightfully so, had to correct this chick. You a comedian. You tell jokes, maybe you should stick to telling jokes. And basically, that's what Bernice King was saying. And you have to watch people when they do this, because they will do it over and over again to make themselves feel good about what's going on, to make themselves feel good about, well, they deserved it. You have people in that organization that we know about who don't care about the people. But the people will end up suffering. Constant bombing, military raids. And for what they did is truly wrong. And they will burn in hell for what they did to those 1,500 people to start this conflict. But my thing is, and I will always ask this question, how did they miss it? How did every intelligence organization in the world miss what was going on? And that's kind of hard to believe, because those organizations are pretty sharp, man. They know what's going on. And to them not to know a guy was flying in is something I just can't believe. I think both countries have some serious internal problems in it. We see what was going on in Israel about the courts. We see what's going over here about Trump and Biden's impending impeachment, and they needed something to turn the page. And people die. That's what I believe. So I'm glad MLK's daughter slammed this woman, corrected this woman, and put her back in her damn place where she definitely belongs. I want to thank you for listening to BLACKSITE. Hope you subscribe to this channel. Smash that like button, but also share this video.